Good morning, everyone. This is Abhinya here, your host for the day. I'd like to welcome you all to Meta and echoVME Digital's Educational Summit. So, as I said, I'm Abhinya and I'll be hosting the event for the day. And I'm a senior specialist here in echoVME Digital. So, I'd just like to tell you all how excited I am about the event because I promise that we'll make sure that this event is fun filled and has a great learning. And if you are as excited as me, can I see it in the chat below? Can you type in excited in the chat below? Let's keep the session as engaging as possible, right? Can I see more answers? Let's keep it engaging, guys. Come on. Great, great. Thank you so much. So before we move forward with the event, I'd just like to ask a couple of questions, right? So number one, can you tell me which organization you are representing? Which college are you guys from? Can you mention it in the chat? We'd like to see more people participating in the event. Let's keep it as conversational as possible. Great, great. Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. And also, I just heard different parts of India, across India. Can you mention which city you're from in the chat? Yes? Chennai, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Trivandrum. That's nice, wonderful, lovely. I just want to say on behalf of my team, we are really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much for joining the session. So let's quickly start to just give you an idea, a quick idea as to what's ahead. The next 90 minutes we'll be having, as you all know, an amazing set of speakers lined up, and they will be talking a lot about digital marketing in the educational sector, right? So to start the session, I would like to welcome you all, Mr. Sorav Jain. I'd like to welcome Mr. Sorav Jain. As you all know, Sorav Jain is the CEO and founder of echoVME Digital. Sorav has experience over 18 years in this digital marketing field, and is working with a lot of leading institutions across India. He helps these institutions not just with lead generation, but also helps them build a consistent and a great digital presence. So Saurav will now give us a quick intro about echoVME Digital and take us through what's planned for the day. Yes, Saurav, over to you.
Thank you so much, Abinia, for introduction. Let me just quickly share my screen and set the context for today's session. So here we go, and just give me a minute. All right, first of all, welcome everyone, and I'm very excited to host all of you. And I hope you guys are all ready to learn a lot in today's session. So if you guys are ready to learn a lot, just go in the chat and say LAL, which basically stands for learn a lot. Bring in that energy right now. And I want all of you to participate with as much energy as you can, because it's a very invite only event, and we're not like just kept it open for everyone. We have very choosy about who we wanted to have inside of this room, because it really matters for us to share the knowledge with the one who I believe will really benefit out of this. So first of all, welcome everyone to the Meta echoVME Digital Summit for Education. And the objective of this particular summit is to help you digitize your college and boost admissions, because today we know that students largely take decision on the basis of what they see on the internet. Today, I'm just going to set the context of this morning, how we're going to spend the next 1.5 hours. We're going to keep it packed 1.5 hours to almost 2 hour session. But there's going to be a lot of value out there. Now, from 11 to 11:10, we just almost reaching 11:10, and Abinia just welcomed us. And I'm just setting the context for you. We're going to have the first keynote session by Surabhi. She is the agency lead at Meta India. So we have a representative from Meta India today, and she's going to share insights on how the digital spectrum is dynamically changing the way students are taking decisions. A lot of examples out there. So you're going to learn about how do you build your brand, how do you evolve having creators involved for influencing, and how do you leverage WhatsApp for lead generation. From 11:40 to 12:10, we have some pioneers with us, somebody who I look up to, and I've interacted with them personally as well. Dr. Archana Prasad, Principal, MOP Vaishnav College, Dr. Aruna Saraswati, Leadership Team, Vellore International School, Miss Neela Priyadarshini, COO Takshashila University. They are veterans in their own spaces and they are with us today. So I'm very grateful to have them for this morning. From 12:10 to 12:40, we have a strategic session, which I will be taking, helping you figure out multiple ideas and case studies. That is something which you can immediately implement in your university or college to boost your admission. So that's the agenda for today. And I'm very excited again to host you. So I'm very grateful to have you in this, to have you for this particular session early morning on Friday. And I appreciate your time today. So before we get started, I just want to know which city are you from? Once again in the chat, if you could, if you'd like to share with me, all of you right there, which city are you from? Put that in the chat. We have people from Chennai, Bangalore, or we have, yeah. So thank you. I see people from different parts of the country. I think a lot of people from down south. We do have people from Pune. So very grateful to have you. And I would like to now welcome the first speaker of the day, Surabhi Mishra. Surabhi is the agency lead from Meta and very dynamic. She has a very thorough understanding of this subject. So I would now like Surabhi to take over this particular stage and share her knowledge with us.
Hey Saurav, thanks for that lovely introduction. Means a lot. Hey everyone, thank you so much for making time on a Friday morning. I know this is end of week and there is a lot to, wrap up for all of us. But I will, ensure that in the next 25 to 30 minutes we spend together, I give you a crisp understanding of what all is there, which Meta can offer you and help you build your digital presence on Meta and reach out to the right people who are aiming to get admissions and how do you understand their college institutions. So that's pretty much what I want to cover, and I will now let my slides do the talking. I'll quickly introduce myself. My name is Surabhi. I'm the agency partner in Meta. I've been here for 3 years. Prior to that, I've worked with startups in India, both in travel and fintech space. It's a very education is a very dear thing to me. It runs in the family also. So me and Saurav had a chat, and we thought let's roll it out and reach out to the right people and make them understand what more can be done. So I want to start with, make all of you understand that where Meta today is. When we say Meta, Meta comprises of both Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. We have more than 3.24 billion people residing on all of these family of apps, monthly active users of more than 150 million. 30% of posts on Facebook are delivered by AI recommendation, and 50% of the content is seen on Instagram is for AI recommend. This is as one numbers as of Q1 of 24. These numbers have obviously increased. I'll give you a closer understanding of where India is heading. So these are the numbers which actually are very, very important for us. Today, Facebook in India is somewhere around 520 million. These are numbers of last quarter. I'm telling you, the latest number that's not out yet. Instagram has surpassed Facebook traffic on India. We are somewhere touching 605 million active users on Meta family of app, and WhatsApp is somewhere around 720 million people. Now, that is the mammoth of the platform we are speaking about. When these three platforms come together, it's essentially most of the audience in India which are digital are sitting in either of these apps or most of these apps or all of these apps. So that's the might. And this is just an understanding to pivot all of you to understand that this is where people are spending time on Meta. I I can't see a lot of you, but I would just want you to think of it that do you know how many reels are made in India? Any guesses around it every day? How many reels India makes every day? Any quick guesses? You can type it in comments. I'll take 5 seconds before I reveal the actual number. The actual number is around 6 CR reels are made in India every day. So every day people in India, be it a tier 1 or tier 8, are going on Instagram and making a reel and uploading it. And they want to reach out to new people, be it their families or friends, and or even people they don't know. Everyone wants to drive a brand identity of their own. And probably that's the right thing to do. We are in an age where everyone wants to be known for and they want to create a digital footprint for themselves. A very important theme which we've seen coming up, and this is not just true for Meta, but most of the platforms, be it a Google or any other platform like Amazon, while a lot of things now are being controlled by AI. While its name is artificial intelligence, a lot of the intelligence is being built by humans. And this is coming on back of what inputs and signals we are giving to the system. So in the first couple of slides, we spoke about that globally, the content which is getting recommended to people on these platforms are 50% generated by AI. In India, that number has reached 72%. So 72% of the content in India, what you see when you open a Facebook or an Instagram, is coming on back of an AI signal, which is reading your decisions and which is reading your interactions and your interest, and then giving you that curated information. A very important theme which has come out is creators. While a lot of people sitting here feel that, for a category as serious as education, institution, colleges, creators will not make a lot of difference, but I have some very specific examples for you to show you that how universities in India and in global spaces are leveraging creators to create both awareness, consideration, and even purchase decision, which is a long transactional decision of going and getting themselves registered in that college. So very, very important themes, because, and that's why we spoke about that, how many reels in India are getting created. In summary, it's very important to be on these kind of placements on Meta family of apps, that if you have a Instagram page and your content strategy till now has essentially been posting statics and testimonials, now the is time to game up the things and move to video formats and reel formats, which is more 9:16, like the vertical viewing we are seeing here. Yes, the most important line which I want to tell people, and that's basically a sad part, is that now entertainment is everywhere. Our eyes catch attention to things which feel good to eyes. The attention span has been decreasing day by day. I'll Hello? Is there a
You're
question?
audible. You're audible. No, it's
Okay.
absolutely fine.
Okay. I just want to put some perspective to it, that we had done some studies abroad and with Nielsen and Kantar, just to understand it, what is the attention span of a person, like how long a person can concentrate on one piece of thing which they are doing or looking at. And the answer is 67 seconds. And that too when there is a high intent of doing it. So anyone who's doing something, they cannot concentrate today more than 67 seconds if that content or the thing they are doing is not appealing them, or they are not bound to do it for some or the other reason. While when it comes to social media, when we are scrolling content, that average time where you decide to stop on a reel or a video or anything you're interacting with is less than 3 seconds. It's a thumb stop reaction. If something appeals you in the first 3 seconds, you stay on that content, and that's how you move into the journey of that brand or the advertising you're talking about. So it's very important to understand that while we are in a very serious category, how do we educate people and make them understand the might of the institution they would come and enroll themselves into, by making content which is speaking their language. Second screening has changed consumer behavior. While a lot of us still continue to watch TVs and Netflix, we still have a second screen, that is a phone, which is primarily considered as the main screen. While you will continue to watch TV, where a lot of ads of universities sometimes are shown, but phone is something you're transacting with, and it is more of an AI generated recommendation tool for you, which is there in your hand always and forever. And that is like a Bible you're carrying. It's an ornament you're carrying every time, and it has all the data you want. It's like your place. So your phone is the primary screen today, is what we say. Now, how does Meta come in this entire journey and influence you and benefit you as an organization, as an institution, to convert the right objectives for you? The first thing is, we spoke about the monthly active users, the daily active users. So we definitely provide you the unprecedented reach you are looking out for. So today, if you are a university based out of Southern India, you would definitely want that your reach should be across the country. It's not limited to southern states, but even to states which are lesser known about the kind of education and the value add they are getting in that state and that university, which is possible through an app like Meta and their family of apps. Performance is very important. While a lot of you would be working with echoVME or someone else and would always look out for leads, you would also get a lot of leads from college dunia and or which you would cold call and then create those leads into warmer prospects for you. But we have a very strong control when we want to drive performance for education institutions, be it leads, and even after that, that how do you nurture those leads. It's today when the entire world is moving towards automation, calling will become a second nature in days to come. Today also, when we are speaking on this call or in the entire day when you're working, you might end up getting a lot of calls from Mintra, from policy bazaars of the world, but you end up ignoring them. But how about when someone is reaching to you on a messaging platform like a WhatsApp? That is the time where your intent to answer them and pick up the conversation, get that news from them, is how you cover the entire journey. And that is possible through platforms like us. Targeting, we, as we spoke about, while we give you the unprecedented reach, we also ensure that sometimes when there is a requirement to stay very very specific, very very niche, that is also a possibility. And you can do it with the data available on Meta family of apps, as well as leverage your first party data as well, be it a country, region, high saturation, or remarketing audience, like people who have studied with you and maybe now want to do a post graduation in life. How do you tell them that this is the course available with you? And maybe this is the right thing for you, because if you've done a graduation in finance, MBA is something which you should take up, and this is a new course, this is the offering like, and given you are a person who's already, studied with us, this is the leverage you will get coming back to us. Flexibility, while there are different ways in which your media ads can run, which your agencies will help you do it, we have options to control and deliver specific reach when there are big tent poles, like if there is a season coming for admissions, or there is a launch of a course happening, we can ensure that the entire impression share of education institutions on the platform can be yours, basis the different types of flexibility which the platform offers. I think the biggest question, Saurav, when I spoke about was that how do you build a brand while leads continue to come? How do you ensure that you become someone who's known for X, Y, Z, that education, that faculty in the organization? And that's how we basically categorize what different moments of an education system would look like. Like that could be a cultural moment, a course launch which is happening, seasonal admissions, sponsorships which sometimes you end up doing with bigger parties, heavy audience, how do you get your we spoke about remarketing audiences, how do you get them in your nurturing life cycle and use them in getting the right objectives for you. Start and end of a fiscal cycle, while a lot of times people start doing a lot of things when there is an admission season, but when is an end of season and the numbers don't seem to meeting up, what is that you can do at that time to ensure that you cover up your numbers and you ensure that your admissions are 100% to the capacity you can provide. There are promotional offers which you have for people. If there is a virtual offering of a course which you can extend to people globally as well as in niche parts of the country which cannot come in person and work with you, and how do you give them a lifetime offer, like this is what you can do, this is how you can try it for some time, which a lot of ed tech platforms like Byju's of the world have started doing, where they've tried to bring education into a virtual phone or a tab and tried providing it. And obviously, all this you're doing with competition conquesting also, while it's a season for all of you. How do you ensure that the right person wins the objective they are looking out for? I know this looks like a heavy slide, but there is no need for you to read it. I will make it very, very simple for you. Whenever there is a moment happening in your education life cycle, like if it's an admission period or you're opening a new specific course, there has to be an awareness, which we call, and this is how the campaign phase should look like, where in the initial part, you are just telling people that something new is coming up and you're creating the curiosity between them. If you look at the initial part from up till supercharge awareness phase, and then there is a blurt of moment, which is a 3 or 5 day period where you go all in and tell people that, hey, this course has launched. These are the timelines, how it does look like. And this is the time when you should invest not just on leads, which you continue to do today also, but do a lot of upper funnel activities where you're reaching out to people who you feel might not be the audience, but are there in market looking out for courses, for admissions to happen for them. And that is how the platform will help you in those 3 to 5 day period, and this can vary up to 15 days or a month also. Think it very similar to a launch of a car which happens. If a Mahindra SUV is getting launched, they will create some teaser around it where the car romance is happening, and then when their launch date comes, they reveal the car, they show what are the attributes, and then some influencers come in place and they talk about the car, the attributes, the test drives they have done. And this is the time your influencer should come and talk about they have taken the course, or people who've already studied it and what are they doing in that. That is the time when you direct all these collaterals at the right time. So it is like you're creating a top of mind awareness for people who are in market, ready to take up a course, don't know about you, get to know about you. And how do they do that? They are doing it on back of upper funnel objectives which you're using, and then influencers and creators who are influencing the decisions which they are making. And then that is the time when they come and they fill the lead form. And the last phase is sustenance, where you're calling people, and there is where WhatsApp will come, and I'll show you some use cases that how WhatsApp can be used to nurture the entire life cycle journey of a user. Uh, this slide generally talks about that we have different kinds of video formats available. We can show your creatives on feeds, reels, stories, in stream, and all of them have their own value. We should never think of one placement or one platform. We should always liquidate our offering. So wherever the user is most likely sitting, maybe they are more susceptible to be on a Facebook platform versus an Instagram. We should not ignore one of them thinking that, hey, India is growing on Instagram, so let's ignore Facebook and just do Instagram. That might not be the right strategy, while AI will decide that where your right user is and show the creative to them. This is an interesting slide. I just want to show you how creators today are working.
अब उठेगा 1.5 GB डाटा खत्म करेगा सो जाएगा। और खुश नसीब बच्चे हैं जिसको इतना बेहतरीन कैंपस मिला है पढ़ने के लिए। सारे
Can you hear the audio? Folks, can you hear the audio?
Yes, it's audible.
बच्चे इतने खुश नसीब नहीं होते हैं। आपकी जो यूनिवर्सिटी है, वर्ल्ड क्लास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, वर्ल्ड क्लास एम्बियंस आपको प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, और आप लोग को इतने वर्ल्ड क्लास फैकल्टी, वर्ल्ड क्लास टीचर, प्रोफेसर मिल रहे हैं। आप नसीब वाले हैं।
It's a ad of Lovely Professional University. This ad reached to 165 million people, and they got admissions up to 10,000 plus just on back of this creative. It is a creator of the same segment. They have done both testimony. They spoke about faculties. They spoke about infrastructure and everything. It was quite a curated piece which came out and really did the work. I also use something from Stanford where students are talking about the kind of infrastructure the college.
Let's go. I'm Maria, and my favorite spot on campus is super cheesy, but it's probably Palm Drive. It's just so iconic.
My name is Lucas, and I would say my favorite spot is the lawn chairs in White Plaza.
Do you want to take us there?
Sure, let's go.
I like it because it has the best light anywhere on campus.
I'm Fernanda, and I think my favorite spot on campus is a bender room because I think the view there is amazing.
My name is Mark, and I'd have to say my favorite spot on campus is the CCSR.
And how about you?
Honestly, the same.
My name is Farah, and my favorite spot on campus is McMurtry because I love to cycle past my face every day.
Okay, do you want to show us?
Yes, let's go. Viva Tower and Candle Movie.
What this ad essentially did, it's a very user generated content done by students. One of them was creator as a student as well. It showed what the university is offering. While all these Stanfords and Harvards of the world are known for best in class education, they are also universities known to create diversity and provide the right co-curricular culture for people. Here they are actually extending and showing that, hey, there is a cycling spot, there is something to do for CCR, there is amazing view, good ambience. So all that is coming together. This ad also created a lot of havoc. Like, a lot of people enrolled for virtual courses for Stanford, while the admission process is quite difficult over there. It's coming on back of applications and everything, but this was done for the launch of their virtual courses, and they were sold out in one day for the full capacity. This is something from
What is the green, Mama? Yes, beta. So round. Yes, Earth is round. Why? Mama, why sky is blue and yellow? If you ever spent a day with 5-year-old, you know what I mean. The questions never end. Arith is at that beautiful age where he wants to know everything. So when I heard about Euro Kids and their Eureka, the visible thinking curriculum based on Harvard's Project Zero, it felt like the perfect fit. They don't just answer the questions. They teach kids how to think, how to explore, how to solve problems. With routines like see, think, wonder, Arith's learning to slow down, observe, and think deeper before jumping to answers. And that made learning way more exciting for both of us. I saw a video where a child was building something to understand balance, and I thought this is how learning should be. I'm seriously thinking enrolling Arith soon. And if you are also sailing in the same boat, then check the link in the bio and also follow EuroKids Official for more parenting inspiration.
आज का युवा जाग चुका है.
So I wanted to show you all these three creatives so that you understand that creators are not some people who are just putting, beauty products and dancing on there. You can decide the genre you are working with. You can decide, and it is a lot of work. Like Saurav can talk about it also. They do it in and out effectively for a lot of advertisers in India today. That you need to have an understanding that what people are watching today, where are they spending maximum time, where if you look at your Instagram, Facebook, the time you're spending, it is 5 to 6 hours a day. And if in those 6 hours, 5 hours, you can be one institution who's going and landing the message at the right time and making people believe that this should be the course or the college of choice, the work is done. Leads will automatically start improving when you combine it with both these strategies together. While a lot of the strategy today in India just resides on, getting leads, what we should start doing is that you're running these two simultaneously, and then you see how your quality of leads, the quality of conversations will start improving, versus a lot of times you're getting junk leads and people are in market looking at many options altogether. How do you narrow that for people, and how do you do it effectively with serious creators who are giving testimony of the education institution or the course they have taken? I'll now, quickly walk you through WhatsApp, which is very, very important. I think all of you today on the call have a WhatsApp with them, or you're interacting with some business or family member on WhatsApp. I have taken a case of Diana, who is in a learning journey, and we will see that how she is, nurtured on WhatsApp, and what more you can do to ensure that you look like a sophisticated institution and you're making the work done. So even if you are reaching out to parents who are working in nature, they don't have time to pick up calls. But what if everything comes to them on WhatsApp? How do they take decisions? And by the end of the day, when they're free from their work, then that is the time they can take action. And that is majorly the time when the call center also goes back home. So how do you become omnipresent everywhere is what we will ensure. Diana first use case is deciding what career she should go after, what she should study. The second one is that she's already decided that she has to do a BA business administration course. And the third option is that she has enrolled in an MBA course altogether. So three different options, and I'll show you how WhatsApp helps you moving across each of them. In the first option, where she is looking out for more options and exploring what she should do, she requires counseling. She wants to understand what is the best ROI she will get for the money she's investing, time she's investing. And that is when WhatsApp or click to WhatsApp ads come into place, which will help you drive both utility and marketing. While you can tell people that, hey, this is what the course offers, what you can do, there is a webinar happening, come attend, see what is happening. You can also, give answers to a lot of questions which can come on mind. And that can happen without a call center agent be going to them. All these can be curated on a WhatsApp API. And the moment someone, asks that question, the answer will be given. The biggest click over here is that a lot of times when we ask questions are not very straightforward. Maybe the same question asked by two people can be a different verbiage altogether. Someone would be asking in Hindi, someone would be in English, or someone would be asking in Kannada. Someone will have placement of words or English differently. Today, AI can interpret all that and give the right answer to people. So that is what I want to park with you, that this is not something which will look like a bot journey, but will feel like conversation happening on platform. The second journey is where she has already enrolled into the institution. What are the decided this course is what she has to go to after the counseling which has happened. So what are the courses available? What are the internship opportunities with this institution can offer her, or she has to go out and look out. It's something very very calculative in nature, which you can do that. Hey, I am looking at these two courses from two separate colleges. What is the one I should decide? And people end up going to Reddit and Quora and talking and asking questions. And most of the times they are getting answered from a peer group only. But there is an option where you can have specialists coming and talking people about what should be the right thing for them to do, and why, and what are the right reasons for them to go to it, and what are the cons also of that institution, which will drive a lot of authenticity to the conversation. uh, Reminders of tuition fees when someone enrolls, and notifications of the books and the loans available. You can even integrate it all together with the bank partners also, and that is all of that is possible today on WhatsApp. The third journey is where she's already in the course and engaged in the institution. How does she know that what are the, if there is a class reschedule which has happened, fees reminder for semesters which is happening, what are the placement opportunities? So today what people end up doing, that there is a placement sale, a lot of students are added into the groups, which sometimes has a limit also, and then someone manually is putting everything to all this can be automated from your backend of the CRM, where the information gets stored that, hey, these 15 companies will be visiting us in the next 15 odd days. And these are the timelines, and everything goes to the person, and they are able to prepare well. Today, everyone wants to have a schedule and look cleaner about it. So, no surprises is what they want. If there are job fairs happening outside the college where the college can help them go, that is also an option as a notification which you go. And subtly in the journey, if you want to convert a graduation student to post graduation, you feel that this is the time where the placement is not happening, or they might need a counseling, you can start plucking those options also into the picture. So all that is possible through WhatsApp. I'll show you some journeys which will, give you more perspective into how the course is. While I spoke about the use cases, this is how the flow should look like. Like lead generation, if you want to do via WhatsApp ads, you enter through a Facebook and Instagram ad, and that is where the conversation happen. What are the course details, city available, and then the brochure goes. All this can be done on WhatsApp today. And then you have a free conversation window of 72 hours where you can go back and speak to the person again. This is how the automated flow of leads would look like. Again, scheduling an appointment while someone is in that prospect and they want to visit the college and see what is available, what is not available, all that is possible with the time slot. So you don't need a call center agent today who will come at 10 in the morning tomorrow and then call, and that is the time where that person, the other person on the recipient part, will be busy. All this can be done and everything is automated. So your calendar gets synced to the available slots dynamically, and everything is neat and clean. And people are then rest assured that, hey, tomorrow morning I have to go to and visit the institution. This is my time slot. And even counselor details, everything goes. So you're seeing here how authenticity is being driven to people. Class schedules also, a lot of time, the more you graduate in a course journey in the last semesters, the number of classes reduce, there is more time to do projects and internships, and if there are changes happening, all these can be managed on WhatsApp itself. So nurturing the student after they become and enroll with your institution will be the biggest use case in coming timelines. Like, think of hospitals today. Like today, if you're going to a hospital, you have profile and you go ahead, and if you want to see what happened 6 months back, what is your, all that today, what's hospitals are going towards WhatsApp automation, where on the chat of Manipal Hospital you say, hey, give me my 6 months back blood profile, and they will give you that report. So you need not have that thick file with you always, or you have to go and search your Gmail wherever the mail would have come, or open their app. So all that is possible, and similar use cases can be driven, like whatever the marks people got throughout, so report cards are available on WhatsApp, and all this can be done seamlessly. If you are in a hybrid model also, where some days someone will have to visit the college, some days you will have to do virtually, virtual courses, all these, I'm showing you different use cases of people who've done this already, both in India as well as in global. Catalog, so very very important. If an institution have multiple offerings of programs and they want to show everything to people, so someone who wants to do design, should they go for jewelry design or fashion design or some other design, technology, fabric, and today everything is evolving because of AI. How do you ensure that all this information is reaching out to the consumer, that when a student clicks on this, it's not just that redundant 6 subjects they were thinking about, they have options to go even deeper and understand that what more the college is offering. And this is all what people need today. They want maximum information in click of numbers, and they want to understand before even going to that institution and spending time and hours with people. They want to see that what they are going for. So all this just showing you a quick understanding of how courses can be shown, and this is all happening on your WhatsApp mobile screen. So it's like having a conversation with someone who's very very intelligent, giving you the right information, even taking payments. So today we have an integration with Razorpay in India. All payments can happen. You can even take token amounts from people, like if you want to do that. All that is, and payment receipts will be shipped. So very very authentic, where there will be no requirement of a call center or big. Today a big cost of institutions go in paying to the call centers and agents, and a lot of time then there is a lot of maths has to be done to understand how conversion is flowing, what they require, what they don't require. All that can be solved through WhatsApp and AI conversational flows. Upselling courses, we spoke about how Diana now is in graduation, looking out for post graduation, what that college can offer, and understand from a behavior and remarket the audiences. Someone who spoke to you but left the conversation in between, you can even reach out to abandoned cart people, where, hey, you were looking for this core, we left the conversation last night, it was quite late, today morning, how do you feel about it, let's start the conversation again. So it will feel like a human is talking to them, and they will pick up the conversation, because we spoke about attention time, it's very less for people. How do you ensure that everything is happening right on track? Scholarships available, reservations which can be done for the same, if there is a hackathon happening or anything which is happening where you want people to participate and get the goodies out of it, all this can be done. And even parents can have a track of all this thing. Like a lot of institutions today in North India, these kids schools have automated everything for them on WhatsApp. So smaller kids, they are even getting video recordings of the class, where students, kids who are 3 years 4 years old going in daycare center, parents are able to video record, see the video recording, and the links are sent on WhatsApp every 9 in the morning. All that can be done. Reminders, and the best part is today we are not just sticking to Hindi and English. So there is a multitude of language available in India, and WhatsApp can be curated according to the user requirement. We spoke about requirement of rescheduling the class. And I know we just have a minute. I'll quickly show you some good examples and success stories of some of the institutions, both in India and global, who've utilized WhatsApp, and these are the kind of outcomes they have seen. I want to stick to time. I'll just take 5 seconds on all the screen. I'm just showing you that this is not something we are coming here to sell you, but show you that this is the opportunity size, and first movers will obviously have an advantage. That's it. I'm very happy. I'm on time. I've given back 1 minute. If there is any question you want me to answer, I'm happy to do that. Uh, but I hope that whatever we've rendered gave you some sense of how the world is moving. We will share all these details with echoVME so that they can get back to you with all this information as well.
Yes, thank you so much for the session, Surabhi. It was really insightful. As Surabhi said, we can take a couple of questions. Any tool or suggestion for audience finding for meta ads?
Sorry, Abhinaya.
Gaurav has a question. Any tool or suggestion for audience finding for meta ads?
So today, as I spoke about AI, the agency you're working with, or if you're doing it standalone, there you have an opportunity to customize your audience basis the interest options available. And my suggestion is that if you're giving the right signals, like whatever is happening at the back end of your CRM and the lead and everything, if you're sending it back, over a period of time when the learning phase enters, the AI will become smarter and they'll give you the right audience sizes that, hey, this is the recommended audience, this is what your reach in India looks like. So that's available on the tool today itself.
Done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Surabhi.
Thank you, Surabhi.
Uh, so we will, yes. So we will quickly move on to our next leadership panel. A quick, but it's going to be in 2025 when it comes to this. Joining us today, we have Dr. Archana Prasad, Principal of MOP Vaishnav College. And we have Aruna Saraswati ma'am, Dr. Aruna Saraswati from the leadership team at Veloor International School. And thirdly, we have Ms. Nila Priyadarshini, COO of Takshashila University. And again, the session will be moderated by Mr. Sorav Jain. Over to the panel.
Hi, thank you so much, Abhinaya, for having us here. And thank you, Archana ma'am, Aruna ma'am, and Nila for being part of this panel discussion today. I always look up to you in the industry, especially the education space, the way you guys have been pioneering and being the torchbearer in this industry. So I'll set the context. We're just going to have a good 30 minutes conversation. And I have few questions to ask you. So my first question to begin with is, what steps have you taken to digitize your institute to attract more admissions? And why do you think it's very important for you to digitize today? Because there are still many institutes who have not taken those measures yet. So we'll start with Archana ma'am first, and over to you, ma'am.
So thank you, Saurav, for having me. I think more than being a panelist who's going to share my expertise, I think I had plenty to learn from Ms. Mishra's session as well. As far as how MOP has dealt with digitization generally and digitization of admissions specifically, I'd like to say here that we are not digital natives as an institution. Um, I believed all along that we are early adapters, but I see from Surabhi's presentation that we have miles to go in this area. However, our initial tryst with digitization has been very positive, has been very fruitful and effective for us as far as digitization of admissions are concerned, long before COVID. And I'm saying long before COVID because I think COVID was something that propelled, the entire digitization of the education space. Even prior to that, we would have some sort of a digital intervention in our admission process, where our sale of application forms was online. Some of the entrance assessments were online. Post-COVID, at least during the COVID period, we had to make the entire process digital driven and digital dependent. Now we have worked out a nice blend of both digital as well as non-digital processes in place that complete the entire admission process. So a student buys her application form, fills in the details online, but the interview and assessment happens in person, on campus. And then all the record keeping and all the documentation, as including fee payment, is again another digital process. This has worked well for us, but I see the wisdom of click to WhatsApp. I see the wisdom of Facebook and Meta ads to promote us as an institution, something we haven't done so far, but I see it coming because today we have mushrooming growth of private institutions, and I think the competition has been good in that sense, because we need to pull up our socks and get our A game together.
Thank you, Dr. Archana. Dr. Archana, I just have one question before I move on to the next person. And the question is, I think MOP has one of the best websites out there. And what role has it played for you to transit into a very beautiful website out there? How much of it has created impact or built a thought leadership in your industry?
So I'm going to say here that our website is a very robust website, and it kind of encapsulates whatever we do. And in that sense, yes, the website has worked very well for us. Of course, you help us put together our website, keep it updated, and allow all stakeholders to access information, data, and get a feel of the culture of the institution itself. But today, having a robust website is a mandate, right? And therefore, what I'm a little more boastful and proud about is our social media presence through the various Meta apps. I think our Instagram page and our Facebook page are as robust as our website. And I think these come together to kind of define our digital presence.
Amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am. Dr. Aruna, I would like to see your insights on this question.
Yeah. Hi, Sorav. Thank you for having me in this session. Very enriching one. So I'll just come directly to your question. So what was the first step that we did? So, BAS is part of the VAT group of institutions. So when the first thought came up to start up the school, the first step that we did simultaneously, along with the infrastructure, was going digital. So the website, the social media pages, everything we started immediately, and equal importance was given to it. This was a kind of a very, like for a building, how a foundation you will be laying. So these are the things that we did it immediately, the website and all the social media pages. And because we basically wanted our presence to be felt everywhere. So the first step we realized was we have to go immediately digitalize. And then, of course, all the SEO, everything, we started doing it. With the present scenario, now no more printing or anything. And even because for us, it was a school. So our target audience were not students. Our target audience was parents only. But even then, for us, the Facebook helped us reach out in a very big way, that VAT started up a school because our target audience were using Meta more, of course, and also Insta also. So all the things that has to be done along with for the starting of the school. Now we have completed 3 years. So if I have to tell a parent, what have we done for the past 3 years? Immediately I share to them our website and the social media pages, and these are the things. It's like no more we will be sharing the print brochure. So this is the thing that we are showcasing, and these are all our blogs, our videos, everything. So this is how the first step was. These are the things I'll say.
Awesome. Dr. Anna, that's a very good insight there. Thank you for your insights. Miss Nila, I would love to listen to your answers. So please go ahead.
Yeah, yes. As Dr. Aruna ma'am said, like we first, in the digital world, we have to show our present in all the digital media like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And second, all these are one category. And second, the website presence. And the third, I will say SEO. So in each is giving a different space to engage with the audience. So if you take Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all these are giving the students, we are reaching out the students directly because that too with our new university, we launched our app, like Instagram page, and then we are updating all our campus life, all our what events and how students are learning here, how faculty. So it is going to the parents and the students directly to them. Otherwise, in before, like we are in this field for 25 years, and before this, like before launching our Instagram or Facebook page, before even the other department student doesn't know what's the event happening inside the campus. But now, if any event happening at the law school or any agree or law, the other department, other schools also knowing about the event. So there are a lot of insights and talking about the event and creating a hype about it. So these tools are really helpful to build a trust, credibility, increase, and also create a hype. And moreover, this generation students are more about talking something which is going on in a trending, and then they'll forget what happened. So we have to keep ourselves update the events to create the trend or create the hype among the students. So for that, this Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube are working out really well. Coming out to the website, since all the students, all the parents are having the mobile phone on their hand, if they see, if we are doing any offline admissions, or if we are also doing offline campaigns. So if they see any banner, the first thing they will do is searching our website. So then again the inquiries will come through that. And the third thing is SEO. When you do the SEO, then you have to work on the SEO to show your website above. So all these things combinedly work well for the admission. So together it makes our institution gives more credibility, trust to the students and the parents.
Okay, thank you so much, Nila. I think a very interesting piece here that most of us have been dependent on the websites and social medias of the world in order to get the visibility amidst the students and the parents. Now, I come to my next question, and the question is, how much do you rely on organic and how much on paid campaigns? This is a very important question because there's a lot of learning here. Because if you're organically able to crack your student admissions, that means your brand is already strongly built. But still, there are so many new courses that's coming in the market. You have been launching so many new upcoming courses up there, but we don't market it and we don't get to fill students. So how much of it is dependent on organic? How much of it is dependent on paid? And that's the question. We'll start with Dr. Aruna this time, and we'd like to know and understand how is the organization open for organic as well as paid.
Yeah, Sora, I totally agree. So now here, for a startup like us, even though we have, VAS is a startup, but we are coming up from the group of the brand of VAT. We have the brand, but we want to establish that VAT has started up a school. So for me, for the past 3 years, organic and the paid, it is like a 50-50. And educational institutions, I will say, especially for the schools, a parent will feel very comfortable when another parent tells about the school. But for you to reach to that parent, what we are doing, everything, the social media, the platform helps it a lot. So the kind of now, no more the hoardings are there, billboards, everything in the road is there. But now I feel that the mobile has taken over everything. Mobile is the thing. I travel a lot, and 5 years before, totally very frankly, in an airport or in a railway station, you can hear some child throwing tantrums, crying, everything. But now you see the airport everywhere, it's very silent because everywhere the child is having a phone. What I mean to say is the mobile is the tool for everyone. So the paid lead, the ads that what we do in Google or in the social media pages plays a very big role for us in getting the lead. And by VA's experience, I will say it is almost first year. Now, in this third year, it is almost, I will say, 70-30. 70 is the paid and 30 is organic one. Of course, it will take more time. So, paid, it is going to be there. And as you rightly mentioned, even once we established also, for us to showcase what we are rightly doing, we need that.
Sure. Nila, what's your take on this?
Yes, actually, first, if to start with, paid campaigns are going to get us noticed. and the organic going to build a trust, credibility, and that only going to convert it as an admissions. So if we need to reach more audience, we have to go paid campaigns, but that won't convert it as admissions unless you are already established or unless they already know you. But organic, if you go organically, then it will, organic has better conversion rate. So ultimately we have to go the paid campaigns, but consistently we need to build our social media pages, student engagements, and other videos to build the organic trust among our audience.
Nice. Thank you so much. I see there's a lot of understanding of investing in paid advertisements, not just relying on organic. Let's see Dr. Archana's perspective on this. I'm sure she may come from a different school of thought, so I'm very excited to hear her.
Yes. So we've relied predominantly on organic promotions rather than paid promotions. Not to say that we don't see the merit of paid promotions. I'd like to put it like this. I think that the two greatest advantages of paid promotions are targeted reach and very quick results, right? Both of this we have managed to get through organic promotions for admissions, right? For instance, because for admissions, what happens for us is the greatest brand ambassadors are our existing students. So a typical 16, 17-year-old, when they want to join MOP Vaishnav College, wants to hear feedback from the existing students or our alumni. So that way, our organic promotions, our presence on our pages itself has worked well for us. However, we see the merit of paid promotions where we are trying to reach a different kind of audience. For instance, at MOP Vaishnav College, we run something called the diploma programs, which are open to women across the country, irrespective of age groups. So there we're trying to enter into a new market, and their paid promotions have worked very well. We have something called the Yuva Samman Awards, where we invite nominations from achiever women. And again, there we want to reach a larger audience, not just people who are word of mouth from the captive audience that we have on campus. In those cases, paid promotions have worked well. However, I think we, as an institution, we understand that paid promotions can be very effective and meaningful, and is an area that we'd have to be exploring in the years to come.
Amazing. There's a lot of learning here that, we understand as a startup, there is a institute with traditional history of being in the industry for 25 years. But then there are new colleges, new avenues, new courses, new audiences. And there is where the paid campaign works, and something that has been running successfully for years. I think that's where the organic is playing its part, and the digital presence is influencing them to take decisions up there. And that's what I learned from the veterans here. I have a last question for the panel today. Now, we all have to understand this, that the majority of time that people spend on social media today is on Instagram, and they're largely influenced by influencers. So the question is, do you believe in influencer marketing, and how has it helped your college get admissions? In the last 2 years, dynamically, I have seen that the decision-making with the millennials or Gen Z has largely been influenced by what influencers are trying to say about a particular product or institute or a service out there. So we'll start this time with Nila, and I would like to hear her perspective on this. Nila, what would you like to say about that?
Yes. Personally, influencer marketing for us was working a very good way, because I'm representing Takshila University, but for I'm telling an example, our Sri Manaklo and Iyer Engineering College example. So that has been here for 25 years, and now we have celebrated this 25th year, and we had a lot of events for the 25th year celebration, and we have invited all the influencers for every other event. For the past whole year, almost all the Pondicherry people knows like what is going on in our university and in our engineering college, and that's the power of influencer marketing. So if 10 multiple influencers says about the same event, and if you go through your feed, maybe you might have even encountered about the event which you are I'm definitely sure about the past event which we have conducted, culturals. Every Pondicherry person would have come across our reel. That is the power of influencer marketing, I'd say. And for this admissions, it won't directly come to you as a lead, but it will increase the trust, and it gains your hype and everything, and it makes the people mindset change that okay, this university is very happening, they are giving quality education, they are conducting events. So like that way it is giving more impactful in the influencer marketing. Coming to Takshila University in regards to the admission, whereas this university we are not celebrating multiple events, we are concentrating only on the admission side. So monthly so we have to categorize the influencers who will be useful for the particular purpose for admissions. So we need to focus on the education related influencers who talks about more knowledge or content oriented influencers we have to target, and then if they tell something to the audience, and also we have to target the age group which the influencers have. If the influencers have more audience of 17 to 21 age group, then they are our direct mediators to other students. If they tell something, and students will listen to them. So that's how it is working directly and indirectly in the admissions.
Wow, amazing insights out there. Dr. Aruna, would you like to share your perspective on this one?
Yes, so influencer marketing as a VAS, we have not yet explored into that area. Of course, last year we were looking into it. So when I was looking into it, what I understood was it has to be highly relevant to what we are doing. So for a school, I cannot be asking a person who speaks about some fashion or something will not be the right person. So that influencer marketing plays a huge role, and I'm able to understand even for the parents also there is a high impact. So influencer marketing for this coming academic year, I'm really thinking at a parent who is also a parent who is an influencer. If they come and speak about our organization, the reach is there, because whatever said and done, if you are connected with one person and understand what they are saying and believe in it, you will be convinced about it. So what I feel is that social media is all about this only, right? When you watch an influencer speak or someone post about something, you feel like your neighbor is doing it or something. You feel you are entering that space fully. So influencer marketing is if it is used in a very right way, it can go to great places.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Aruna. And last, Dr. Archana Prasad, please share your insights on this.
So influencer marketing has worked very well for us for certain specific areas. For instance, we run something called an entrepreneurial bazaar, an entrepreneurial showcase every year, where we have students set shop to give them a feel of entrepreneurship. And we open this event, we open the campus out to outside, open the campus up to outsiders. To promote this event, influencer marketing has worked brilliantly for us. We have an annual student fundraiser event where students have a cultural program, they raise funds, and we mobilize these funds to our CSR initiatives. Again, here to raise funds, influencer marketing has worked very well. But as far as admissions are concerned, I think as an institution, we're a bit old school. I'm not yet convinced that influencer marketing is the right way to go. I'm happy to stand corrected in the years to come. As far as admissions are concerned, I think our testimonials, our credentials, our academic performances, our course, our curriculum, our faculty strengths, those would speak louder for themselves rather than an influencer speaking about these areas. That being said, these credentials definitely have to be out there on social media platforms. There's no two ways about that. But whether we need an outside influencer coming and blowing our trumpet for us, I'm not convinced yet.
Awesome. Okay, I think there are, this is a bit of a controversy where Neela has put in 100% into influencer marketing, whereas Dr. Archana Prasad has gone the other way around. But the fact is this, that I think sometimes the students themselves are influencers. I think in MOP's case, it's turned out like that, considering that there's a lot of media space, or there is a media department internally, and which is pretty strong. They're creating stronger content, and there is a team that creates content on its own. Whereas I understand what Nila was trying to say. With Manakular Vinayakar College, what I really saw was that I saw the reel myself on my feed, where you're talking about the kind of food that was being served at the 25th celebration. And I was excited. So what happens is at least there's a lot of excitement amidst the crowd who has no students to get inside of this particular college. But in the future, when somebody's asking them which is a good college to go for, they definitely talk about this college because it's the only college that comes on top of their mind because they've seen enough of it and whatever is happening inside of the college. So in a way, it's a good investment to make. It's like a subconscious registration of your brand in the audience's mind, because today people believe in what they see on social media. And when we blow our own trumpet, which is our own social media, the impact is less. But when somebody else is talking about us, the impact is higher. I would be very happy to take up questions from the audiences up there. If there are any questions, please feel free to share your questions in the chat. And I would be opening that for one question that I would like to take from the audience up there, if they have a question to ask to the panel out here. So meanwhile, I would like to conclude. We'll see if there's any question, but there's a lot of learnings here from today that one, there's digital presence is already very strong. All these institutes have believed in ensuring that when a person is coming to a website or social media, they heavily influence themselves because they believe digital first as an identity that should be stronger. Second, I see that there is an impact of investment in advertisements with colleges that thinks that they have lesser visibility or want to increase the number of applications and admissions. And third, influencers, in some cases where it has worked brilliantly, they are just not creating a narrative about admissions, which looks very salesy and promotional. What I see is the narrative is created with creators about everything that's happening inside of the college, so that people enjoy, like a news bulletin. What would happen earlier? We would call a journalist to cover it in the Hindu and Times of India, but we're just replacing that with influencers to cover the daily events that happen, because it just creates instant impact in the audiences who are the decision makers for us today. So thank you to the panel out here for spending your precious time with us. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Dr. Archana Prasad. Thank you, Nila, and thank you, Dr. Aruna, for being here. Very grateful. Over to you, Abinya, from here.
Uh, Yes, thank you for those thoughtful and grounded insights. It's always refreshing to hear real experiences from the field, right? And as Saurav said, we'd like to thank Dr. Archana Prasad, Dr. Aruna Saraswati, and Ms. Nida Priyadarshini for taking the time to be a part of this discussion. So, to close out the event, I would like to bring back Saurav, who will be quickly walking us through some of the key things that has worked well in real campaigns for institutions.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to just share my screen with all of you. I'm just going to take 30 minutes of your time today to to share some insights with you with respect to, just give me a minute. Awesome. So what I'm going to do today is help you decode and help you understand how we do what we do. So just a quick introduction about echoVME. We are a digital marketing agency in this industry since 2011. And we have been helping in businesses, especially in the education space, do branding online, to run lead generation campaign, or run paid campaigns to create an impact, work with influencers, do the video production, everything that would be required to transform your organization from traditional to digital. The rest you can check it on echoVME. All the details about what we do and our accolades is right there on our websites. It's echoVME.in, and also at an institute called Digital Scholar. So some of the clients that I've worked with has been, let me just get there. Yeah, some of the clients that I've been work with is all of these institutes, precious ones. We have tried testing different styles and techniques with respect to digital marketing. And I'm today going to share with you some of the different variants or strategies that we have practiced using Meta. And I'm just going to share some insights with you guys. So let's get started. Here is everything you need to know and practice with respect to digital marketing for colleges and institute. So we'll begin with this first case study, which is Takshashila, and we have Nila with us from there. And how Takshashila achieved a 2x increase in CTR. When I say CTR, which means click-through rate for the advertisements. And there was a 50% reduction in CPM by using student-centric videos. So what happens in most cases, what people do is they try to use static ads for advertisement. But like how Surabhi showed us that there are scopeful ads where you create an interview or a video with a student. So what we did in this case, we chose a student as a brand ambassador for creating a campaign like this. This increased the CTR by 2x, 20% improvement in leads to conversion rate, and 50% reduction in CPM, which means that the cost of the lead was cheaper. Now, what we did, we developed a relatable video featuring a real student, a specific course-based ads. Now, this is very important for all of us to learn that we did not say, oh yeah, join Takshashila. That was not the objective. We chose a specific course, and then there is a problem and a solution to that particular course. And that was done. And this particular ad was routed to a WhatsApp campaign so that we could structure and nurture the leads that's coming from the ad to WhatsApp. So let me just play this video for your reference right now.
I am Shahrukh, a BTech Information Technology student at Takshashila.
I am Nishanti, a BBA student at Takshashila. I am Sangeeta, an MSc Artificial Intelligence and Data Science student at Takshashila.
With a world-class education, my future career in IT will be exceptional and no doubt of it.
It's a challenging yet rewarding course I am pursuing, thanks to the highly qualified faculties who are supportive, which makes learning easier. I'm learning so much about business, leadership and entrepreneurship. I am prepared practically for a better and secure future. Hands-on training is real at Takshashila.
The placement-oriented program helps to build our skill, confidence and expose us to the real world.
I am Praveen Kumar, a PhD Computer Science scholar at Takshashila. The modern infrastructure facilities, learning resources and recreation clubs gives a positive learning space.
It's a fantastic experience. There are plenty of resources available to help me academically.
I'm getting a top-notch education from a welcoming environment.
I highly recommend joining Takshashila University to all the students who want a successful career.
We have made a wise choice, Takshashila.
Yeah, so if you see, this is a video which has created the maximum impact. So this can be a case study or a reference for everyone who wants to take a decision like that for their very own institute. I'm just going to show you the next example here. This is Milam College of Engineering. They achieved 40% lower cost per lead with native language and influencer-driven lead ads. So what did we do in this case? We used native language ads, which is the language, regional language. And we got stronger engagement and trust through influencer storytelling. We got influencers involved here. So what we also do here is that when we create or use influencers content, we just don't use that for them to create an impact to their audience. But in fact, we use the same videos in advertisements so that we can make it reach to more people. It's a win-win for both, right? The influencers get visibility through the college and the college gets the visibility for the content or the subject that they would like to share with the audiences there. So this improved the lead quality with better fit prospects. And this brought down the lead generation cost by 40%. So let me just play this particular video as a reference to you right now.
காலேஜ்குள்ள இப்படி ஃபுல் கார் செட்டப் கன்சோல் விஆர்லாம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாமா? விழுப்புரம் ஜோன்ல நம்பர் 1 இருக்க மயிலம் இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜுக்கு தான் விசிட் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். 3000+ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இங்க படிக்கிறாங்க. 25 years ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்பர்டீஸ் இருக்கனால ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்காக ஃபியூச்சரிஸ்டிக் பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்ல ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு ஏஆர் அண்ட் விஆர் கிளாஸஸ், அப்ளிகேஷன் சிமுலேட் பண்ற இந்த மாதிரி கன்சோல்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். R&Dக்கு ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கறனால ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் 68 பேட்டன்ட்ஸ் ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணி 15 இன்டர்நேஷனல் பேட்டன்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் 2 இந்தியன் பேட்டன்ட்ஸ் கிராண்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. அகாடமிக்ஸையும் தாண்டி ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் கோ-கரிக்குலர் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ்ல மயிலம் இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் பெஸ்டா இருக்காங்க. அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டி Zone 5 ல 8th consecutive championship Milam Engineering College students வாங்கியிருக்காங்க. 95.6% of the students TCS, Cisco, Amazon ன்னு பிளேஸ் ஆயிருக்காங்க. ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை நீங்களே கேளுங்க.
ஹானஸ்டா சொல்லணும்னா எங்களுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இயர்ல இருந்தே கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்கில், டெக்னிக்கல் ஸ்கில், அதுவும் இல்லாமல் சாஃப்ட் ஸ்கில்ஸ் ட்ரைனிங்ஸுமே ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுவாங்க சார். நாட் ஒன்லி திஸ், கம்யூனிகேஷன் ட்ரைனிங்குமே ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஒன் கம்யூனிகேஷனாக இருக்கலாம், அப்படி இல்லைனா ஒரு குரூப் டிஸ்கஷனாக இருக்கலாம். இப்போ இந்த குரூப் டிஸ்கஷன் ட்ரைனிங் வச்சு ஜிடி ஈவெண்ட்ஸ்மே நடத்தும், டிபேட் ஈவெண்ட்ஸ் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணுவோம். நாட் ஒன்லி திஸ், தே கண்டக்ட் மாக் இன்டர்வியூஸ். ஸோ ஒரு இன்டர்வியூனா இதான் அப்படின்ற ஒரு கிளியர் ஐடியா நமக்கு கிடைச்சிடும். பிளேஸ் ஆகுறது மட்டும் முக்கியம் இல்லைல்ல, அதே கம்பெனியில் சஸ்டெயின் ஆகணும். சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டி, கல்ச்சர் பில்டிங் இஸ் மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஸோ கல்ச்சர் ஃபிட்னஸ் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு நாங்கள் எங்கள் கல்ச்சர் பில்டிங் டீம்
நீங்களும் உங்க பசங்களுக்கு ஃபியூச்சரிஸ்டிக் விஷன், பிளேஸ்மெண்ட், ஸ்போர்ட்ஸுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்குற காலேஜ் அட்மிஷன்ஸ் பாக்குறீங்க அப்படின்னா கண்டிப்பா இந்த மயிலம் இன்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் செக் பண்ணி பாருங்க. உங்க அட்மிஷனோட லிங்க் என்னோட பயோல கொடுத்துருக்கேன்.
All right, so if you see this particular ad right now, this is created by the creator. So the creativity is creators. We just gave him the whole narrative of what we would like to communicate in this particular creative. Now, this created a maximum impact. Sometimes we may not get this quality of video coming from the student directly because they may not be very camera friendly. They are camera shy. So it's better to have a creator who understands the dynamic of what would work with the audiences on social media. So this is not even a model hired, but it's a creator directly. So if you see perspective in just 1.5 minutes, there's everything that's been communicated about the college that's creating an impact. And since the target audience are regional speaking people, it has really helped the brand out there. Let me now go to the next case study for your reference. This is the Velour International School. We boosted awareness and cut down the cost per lead by 64% with geo-targeted, trust-driven campaigns. 35% improvement in leads to conversion with this particular advertisement. 2x increase in click-through rate, which means the ad was impacting so much that people were able to click on the ad. Earlier to this were only static ads, just to creatives like a brochure, and 50% reduction in CPM. Now, what we did here is we developed relatable video content featuring real students to build authenticity, created specific course-based ads to resonate better with interested segments, and again, WhatsApp was structured. So let me just play this for you. I'm just going to play one more video here and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. So let me just go ahead.
I'm Swastik and I've been studying at Velour International School for 3 years now. Where do I begin? This place is better than home. It has everything I love doing back at home.
I'm Sashmita and I've been studying at Velour International School. At VIS, it's not just about textbooks. It's about learning to think critically, collaborating with peers from all over the world.
Watching students excel across all fields, be it academics, sports, music, arts and more, turning their curiosity into fuel that helps them succeed.
I never saw a school which the teachers taught us very nice and easy.
If you want to study in a fun manner, this is the best place for you.
I feel VIS is the best place for a child to grow as they learn academics with co-curricular.
While this advertisement has created there was certain thought process behind it. The first one was this, that we need to make smart students appear on the screen, number one. Second, we also need to show campus. And since this school is located in Chennai, there are not many people aware that there's an international school like this, where you get to holistically look at all the aspects from curriculum to extra co-curricular activities. You could see that everything was covered in this. So especially it was very helpful in creating the impact, like how Dr. Aruna was talking that we didn't want to use hoardings. So hoardings is replaced by videos like this, and that's just the impact it tries to create for the business. So let me just and show you one more case study here. This is for my institute, Digital Scholar. So when we launched in Mumbai, we reduced the cost per lead by 66% with smart geo-targeting, branding, and retargeting for Digital Scholar Mumbai. So what we did here is we created a campaign to make it reach to as many people as possible, because we were launching it was a new launch for us. It was a new city for us. Now, this is the video that we created. So this video was reached to people. Then after this was a crazy WhatsApp flow, which showed multiple case studies of successful students to them on WhatsApp. which was totally automated. And even before the call was made to them about the course introduction, people had the access to the testimonials, they had the access to the brochure, and all of this was sent to them on WhatsApp. At their convenience, they could interact with the chatbot and take the decision and place the call with us so that we can have a conversation with them. So if you see, we were trying to eliminate the junk leads from leads to leads to WhatsApp, from WhatsApp to shortlisting people who are interested and then making a call to them. So I'm just going to play this video for your reference right now.
Welcome to Digital Scholar, Mumbai.
Experience the agency-style digital marketing course at the White Rivers Media campus.
A place where you will learn by expert practitioners and work on real-time projects.
Unleash your creativity by learning social media marketing, performance marketing, search engine optimization, and everything that's needed for you to grow your career in the field of digital marketing.
This is where you will meet some amazing minds, work in groups on live case studies, and you will experience digital marketing learning like never before. So, what are you waiting for? Join Digital Scholar.
Yeah, so this is showing of the campus. At the same point of time, it's a very strong hook video which got us the maximum impact out there. Yeah, so that's basically from my perspective. Today, I would like to conclude talking about 3 important strategies, which is very much in demand and and it is something that every college should implement. The first thing is they say be where your students are. Your students are searching on Google, and not just on Google, they're also searching on ChatGPT. So what you need to do in that case, you need to run high intent Google. You can take screenshot of the slides. It's a strategy that you would definitely need for yourself. Run high intent Google ads targeting course plus city keywords. Optimize your website and content for ChatGPT. As simple as this. So, for example, if I'm going on ChatGPT right now, right, and I have to type and say, all right, let me just go open ChatGPT here for your reference. I'm on ChatGPT and I am going to say, let's say, which is the top college for women in Chennai, right? And I go ahead and click on it. And you'll eventually see what ChatGPT is recommending to kids today, because I have seen one thing with Gen Z today. They ask everything to ChatGPT, right? So they're not Google first, they're ChatGPT first. So that's the dynamic change of the behavior of search. So you can see here, these are colleges that's coming on top. And on this basis, people start to take decision. Now, this could be one question. This question can get deeper with respect to a particular subject. So your goal as an institute should be to see how can you maximize your reach on ChatGPT search engine and as well as Google and optimize your website for that. If not that, you need to invest in Google Ads so that when people search for you or search for anything to do with best BBA course in Chennai, your website should come through the advertisement on the top search results of Google. The second thing is show up where they scroll. They scroll a lot on meta ads. We can see that an average screen time that a person spend on WhatsApp and Instagram put together should be 3 to 4 hours today. And with Gen Z, it will be even more. So run visual first ad. Don't just rely on boring static ads. That's the only thing that you will invest in, right? Don't compromise on that. Use student testimonials, placement reels, and campus highlights, which is real placement reels, and really create an impact. And focus on story-driven creatives and remarketing funnels. Now, in this, what happens is when you have a story-driven creative, like how you can have a creator talking about what's happening inside the college, it creates a better narrative than just talking about the course. So more stories, better it is. And don't just be dependent in the season of, so what Nila has done with Takshashila, as an example, she's just not dependent during the admission to talk about admission and the product. She ensures that throughout the year, she advertises, she involves influencer, so that when she runs an advertisement, the trust is already built in the process, because at this time, the student is very confused, the parents are very confused. So gradually build the trust in the process, which means invest in branding campaign, not just lead generation campaign out there. And third thing, influence what they watch. City influencer and education collaborators, there's no discount here, because, you know, if let's say you have 20 influencers talking about your college, in the next 30 days, you'll actually see the impact of it on the admissions directly, because eventually it's the decision It's what helps them influencing their decisions, right? Or taking their decisions. So partner with local lifestyle influencers to showcase campus life. And I'm trying to say local lifestyle influencers because everybody's looking up to them on what's happening in Chennai. And why should we always look at them only from an entertainment or food perspective? They also want to figure out from educational, from what to do in Chennai, where to do what to do in Chennai, that perspective. Collaborate with YouTube and Instagram education creators. And I'll tell you why. Because when people are searching on YouTube, you will eventually see that your website or let's say somebody's searching for the best BBA college in Chennai and they're searching it on YouTube and there are people who have covered about you, then those videos start to come on top. And not just this, not just about this particular admission or a particular course, anybody who's talking about MOP Vaishnav College review, and there are enough reviews done by multiple YouTubers out there. There are different perspectives being shared. For example, if one is called for Yuva Samman Award, the other is called for the MOP Bazaar. Like that, if there's a cultural activity that's happening at Takshashila, there is enough perspectives that's being shared so that decision maker generally has a lot of time during vacation to take a decision. So he or she is going to sit down and watch all the videos and then say, oh, this is the college I would like to be part of. So if you want to really make the differentiation, then this is something that we need to really invest in. And third, tie up with a career counselor to drive trust and credibility, especially on the internet. Find them out and make them talk about you. So this is the key mantra, the 3 key mantras that you would need in order to boost your applications or in order to create an impact. And this is not just for now, but this is forever, right? Because what you create on the internet stays there forever. And when people discover you through search, that's the best discovery that can happen, because when they were in need, they saw you and then they spoke to you. So that's basically all about it. If you're ready to elevate your brand and you want a free social media audit or a digital audit from echoVME, you can get in touch with us. I have shared the numbers with you on the screen. I'm going to share with you a form in the chat, which you can fill, and one of my team members will get in touch with you. So I'll keep this particular screen on so that you can take screenshots of this and get in touch with any one of us in my BD team and have a conversation with them for a free digital auditing for your industry. I'm open for taking up questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me those, and I would be very happy to answer your questions up there. You can ask your questions in the chat, and I would be very happy to answer. All right, there is no question. So thank you. Over to you, Abhinaya, and thank you for all the panel members for being here today. I'm very grateful. And Surabhi, thank you for a very insightful presentation. You know, the kind of insights that you're given in the presentation, we all really crave for as an agency. So thank you for bringing that insights to us, which is very global, because we always think of it, you know, when we look at standards in the US with respect to marketing of an institute is very high, and that was a good learning for us. So thank you for being here. Over to you, Abhinaya. Please take the lead.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the session, Sorav. Our panelists have something to say. Yes, Archana ma'am. You're on mute.
Yes. So I just wanted to say, I wanted to thank Sorav and team for having me here, because I think it's been a wonderful learning experience about how many miles more we have to go to get where we ought to be. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank Team echoVME. I think they've been custodians of a majority of our digital presence. So if MOP Vaishnav has a digital presence, I think a large credit goes to the kind of work that echoVME has been doing with us. And as far as influencer marketing is concerned, yeah, maybe it's time to change my point of view, and happy to stand corrected on that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Aruna ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks. It was a wonderful session, because I'm also in the process of learning the digital marketing. So thanks a lot. And echoVME has been a great support to us, even though we have tied up with you people only for the past 7-8 months. We are able to see a huge difference in VAS, the branding especially, and the presence. So I have to thank Sorav Jain for that, and looking forward for more collaborations in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That really means a lot. So as Saurav said, we have attached the link in the Zoom chat. So if you want a complimentary audit, please let us know. Our team will reach out to you and help you out. And thank you all once again for joining the event. It's been a pleasure hosting this session. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening today. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
I think Neela wanted to say something. Yes, Neela, please go ahead.
I just said thank you for the organizing this event. This event was very insightful. Yes, that's all. And I have one question regarding the ChatGPT thing. So, is there any other way to show up our college in our ChatGPT like we do SEO optimization in Google, or it's only based on the SEO optimization in Google? It is coming up.
It's based on the SEO optimization on the Google. What we'll try to do is we'll also try to drive digital PR for your college. Abhinya will talk to you about that. So we'll try to create multiple stronger digital PR across the internet spectrum, so that there is enough noise, not just on our website, but also on multiple different websites, so that we can start coming to the top of ChatGPT. So it's a very interesting.
That's the one area that we haven't focused on. So that was the new point that I have learned in this meeting. So that's why I wanted to ask a question regarding that.
No problem, no problem. We'll get that implemented for you, Nila. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Nizam. Thank you for coming.